Pisces, water reading. I'm so excited for you. I mean, for us as a collective, as human beings, because I feel like it's this connection between these universal entities that are approaching us, that are coming closer to us. And it's not, I'm just being corrected by that, it's not that they're coming closer, it's that we have expanded to reach them finally. Pisces, this is so beautiful. I'm so thrilled, and just, this is so exciting. So we begin your extended with another king. This is what I mean by these entities, that they don't have like physical bodies, right? But they have energetic bodies. And because we saw in the first part, the Queen of Cups, having this body of love, what I'm seeing with, oh, this is so beautiful, Pisces, what I'm seeing with this king opening up your extended, right, being the King of Swords. So they have the body of truth. So they are bringing the body of truth. So now it makes more sense. So this one, right, from the first part, they were reacting. Okay, so many cards I have to hold right now. So actually, the job of this one, in a sense, right, well, the part that concerned the King of Cups in the first part was this correction of your heart, right? Bringing the Six of Cups to heal, in a sense, your Five of Cups, and lighting your chest, right? Lighting your heart. And so stabilizing your, not stabilizing, bringing your heartbeat down, right? Slowing your heartbeat in order to light you up and correct this distortion. So this was their job. But if you remember the way that the first part ended with these two swords cards, right? And beginning with this extended with the King of Swords. So it's interesting because the way that I saw these two movements, it's actually coming from him, not from the King of Cups. You see what I mean? So it's almost like it's like there are parts that are specific to each entity, right? So each one is responsible for something. And so this one, so as I said in the first part, these two cards are happening energetically, so there is no need for them to touch you. So that's why this King of Swords is coming afterwards. So their work, right, actually is coming first than their appearance, in a sense, or than their actual presence, which is not, their actual energetic body or their actual body of truth, right? So it's almost like truth travels before him, in a sense. I don't know if this makes sense at all, but it feels like their work on you, on us, right, gets to you first than them, than their being, than the need for them to show up as an entity. You know what I mean? So it's beautiful because I feel like somehow it's almost like there are these two first stages, right? Because it's almost like there is this gathering of these entities, and there's another one too. And I'll just show you. So after, just a little bit after this King of Swords, comes the Queen of Wands. So I feel like these are these three entities that are showing up, on the other side of this door. And it's something that, I'm just questioning if it's, because as I said in the first part, it's almost like you've entered the domain of the King of Cups, right? This territory of love, of universal love. But in a sense, it's not inhabited just by bodies of love. That's what I'm getting. Because these two, So it's interesting what I'm receiving. It's hard to describe, but it's like, it's not like they are inhabitants of this territory of love, but they are allowed in, right? But they're not from there. It's like they come from their own kingdoms in a sense, you know, the kingdom of truth and the kingdom of fire and the kingdom of, yeah, the kingdom of fire. It's how it's coming through. So the kingdom of love, in a sense, the kingdom of truth and the kingdom of fire. Which, you know, it's interesting because being the only queen, you know, these two masculine energies and this one being the feminine energy, these two feel, and you know, actually this is something that it's the reason why I was distinguishing between the motion from the King of Cups and the emotion. So even though there is emotion in him, it's not, it's like they know how to control it, you know, through their motion, right? And so these two masculine energies, being these two entities, so what I'm seeing, these two, it's like this clear outline. So it's more like they are my legs, they are in a sense energetic bodies, right? The body of love and the body of truth. But in a sense, it's like they have a more defined perimeter, in a sense, right? Not that they have a body. It's not what I mean. It's just that you can perceive an outline. But this one, the Queen of Wands, in the other hand, it feels more like smoky. It feels more like it's like yeah, that's the reason why they're coming through as, you know, this body of fire. But it's like this constant presence, right? This eternal move. These, okay, so the way that it's coming through is like this eternal flame, right, with the Queen of Wands. So these three entities, right, the King of Cups from your first part and these two King and Queen from this part, they are showing up to give you something. It's almost like they have been called to this important meeting with you, right? And each one of them are bringing you this sense of activation, perhaps, right? So the contribution of the King of Cups was this correction of the heart, right, that was distorted. And then it was like given this massage by the King of Swords. And it's interesting because, so the two cards that are following this King of Swords, right, it's like this. So the King of Swords opens up, and then there are these three cards. Right? So it's like they're, I can't hold them. So it's like this. Yeah, okay. I can do this. So it's like now in this second stage that you are already in this, immersed in this territory of universal love, right? That, you know, the first part, that the King of Cups reactivated your heart. And so now these two are responsible for giving you this present, in a sense. Actually, yeah, I have, because what I'm seeing, okay, so what I'm seeing with these two cards, the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, right? They're one and the same. It's actually like this Ace of Pentacles is in the center of this wheel, but it's beautiful because what is moving, it's not the external wheel, right? What is moving internally, what I'm seeing, it's like this spinning cube. And so I should have gotten the crystal that I have that is in the shape of a cube, but you know what I mean, right? So this is not flat, this is not 2D, this is 3D in fact, right? And it's not actually 3D, it's 4D because it's moving, and it's moving so fast that you can only perceive the outline, right? You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. But what I'm seeing, and so picture this cube, right? That it's not on the side like this, right? It's not on a base. It's like on a net, on an edge, right? But it's on a, it's not on the line, right? You know what I mean? It's like on the point, right? Okay. So, it's like this cube is, it's here. It's almost not perceivable because it feels like this is the present that, you know, these entities are actually giving you, Pisces. And so because this is, you know, a pentacle card, it feels like this is like where the mission is passed on to you, right? So it's like they're showing you this, it's almost like the center of the wheel, right? It's like this point of centeredness. But on the contrary, if we would think like, you know, a spinning wheel, so the center would be still, and you know, everything else outwards would be moving, but it's not that. It's actually the opposite. So around it is still, and the center of it, which is in a sense your mission. And I don't know how to explain that. It's like you are the one responsible for moving this wheel, right? Because it's like this understanding that has to come to this three-dimensional plane through you, Pisces, through us, humanity, right? That this is what really actually moves destiny. It's how it's coming through. So it's beautiful because I feel like somehow you learn that and you accept it, because, you know, after the Wheel of Fortune we have the Queen of Wands, which is, you know, part of this ritual in a sense, this initiation. But right away it comes another pentacle cards, being the Four of Pentacles, and it's just emphasizing to me this cube image, right? And it's like, it's beautiful because, you know, if we would think this as a flat square, right, tilted or turned to one point, this balance, it's only possible because it's moving too fast. You know what I mean? And so here we come back to this square shape, which is now more stable because it has this you know what I mean, right? It's more grounded, right? But do you see how in fact they're all on top of like one point? So in reality, even though yes, there is this apparent stability, and oh, this is so amazing what I'm getting. It's like, this is like the understanding of what this physical reality is, because apparently everything is still and grounded and, you know, super planted, right? So there is this sense of no movement, but it's almost like I'm seeing these pentacles as these particles, right, of these quantum particles, right, that they are like, they're always moving as this one. So it's almost like they're zooming, or they're making you see with this capacity to zoom in to one molecule in a sense, right, to one of these quantum particles, and being the thing that you know, moves this wheel of destiny in a sense and creates this apparent physical reality that for us is very still and very tangible, you know what I mean? And you know, grounded and, you know, very based. I don't know what word to use. So I feel like you do understand that, because so it's like this. So after the Queen of Wands comes the Four of Pentacles, and then here you are, Pisces, finally you show up. No, I'm kidding. But in a card, that this is the first time that I see you embodied, right? And not physically, right? Because now you know the reality of reality. You know what's in between and what's actually moving this apparent stagnant or stable physical three-dimensional reality, right? And so because you're coming as the Page of Wands, it's like this last lesson that is coming from this third entity, right? Which is a little bit more smoky, and it's talking. So one thing that I wanted to mention about this Queen of Wands is that because she was the one that came with this female character, with this female energy, it's like and this smoky image, right? With no outline. It's more like it's more subtle, right? So what I got from her is like, it's almost like they're, I don't know if this is the best way to say it, but it's like they're representing what soul is. So if our soul could have, you know, an entity, it's almost, and you know, it's not like she is embodying or she's representing one soul. It's like soul in general. What does it mean, soul? You know, so she, and this is something that these two kings, you know, the King of Swords and the King of Cups from the first part, are also distinguishing, right? Because in reality, it's not like they are one being or one entity. It's like they are this grand consciousness that is not fragmented, but it's like they're representatives of this bigger thing that they are. You know what I mean? So now that you're coming, you know, carrying in a sense the lesson, the last lesson, you know, being this entity, this Queen of Fire. It's like now you carry this fire in you, being the page, right? So there's this sense of passing the torch, because now you know what makes reality what it is, in a sense, right? But it's beautiful because what is coming through is like, you know, and something that I wanted to mention too. So because here we have, you know, this hierarchy in a sense, right? Them being the queen and then you coming as a page. It's almost like, yes, they're coming as a teacher and you're a student in a sense. But because we have the Magician ending your extended, it's like what the present that they gave you in zooming in your ability to perceive reality and see what really moves this wheel of destiny, right? It's giving you so much more than you realize now, right? Because I feel like in a sense, it's like whatever they gave you, whatever zooming in effect, this cause in you, making you feel like a student again, in reality is giving you the tools, right? And it's not like a physical tools. It's more like these conscious, this awareness, right? The awareness of this is a tool, and it's a massive one, right? In order for you, in a sense, because as I said, they're giving you so many cards. So they're giving you what is your part, right? Because they came as the cups, the swords, and the wands. So it's up to you, being embodied in this physical body, right, to receive all of this activation in these other realms from these other entities, right, and embody them and manifest, in a sense, with your recently gained fire and knowledge, right? But it's not knowledge. Awareness to move things around. It's how it's coming through with the magician. It's like what I saw with hands over your chest. It's like now, oh, so this is so beautiful. So it's like this. So the hand over my chest that I saw, right? Me representing you, Pisces, obviously, but that the King of Cups put on the first part, and then these movements up and down, and then circular, and then the Queen of Wands giving you this understanding of what is soul, what is your part, right, and what is reality. So it's almost like now this correction of your heartbeat, in a sense, it's expanding and coming through your hands. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful because one thing that I've learned in yoga, it's like, you know, our hands, our arms and our hands are this extension of our heart. So it's beautiful because what I'm seeing, especially ending with this magician, oh my God, this reading is so long. I just have to deliver this message. So it's beautiful because I feel like somehow what they're giving you, it's this ability to, from your heart, actually make things with your hands to build them here, like in a more concrete kind of way, knowing that this stable apparent thing that you build with your own hands is in fact built by this moving cube, right? This quantum particle, right? That is actually coming from your heart into your body through your hands and into your creation, right? So this is so beautiful. And you know, I know this reading is long. Just bear with me because I have to add this. This is so beautiful. So the bottom of the deck is another Wands card, right? And it's another 6. So it's beautiful because here what I'm seeing is this link, is this dialogue. So remember that the first motion that happened was this glance from the King of Cups, you know, and putting the hand over your heart and bringing you this touch of peace and love, right? And because this Queen of Wands is also, you know, hint at that she is also bringing you this balance, but this balance, it's not this emotional balance or balance to your heart anymore. It's more this balance that keeps this eternal flame going. You know what I mean? And it's so gorgeous because, well, okay, so I'll just leave it there. I'll pull an astrological rune for you as a final guidance, Pisces. Yeah, if you have come this far in the reading, let's see what the message of the runes are. Okay, got it. So the rune that came through is Scorpio, so a fellow water sign, Pisces. And you know, the only message that is coming through as a final guidance from the runes is go deeper. Go deeper. No matter what is going on here, because it feels very energetically, go deeper. And I should add, go deeper into your energetic body, into this ability to channel this energy through your body. Go deeper, right? You can do it. Yes, it could be intense, but you can do it, right? So, Pisces. Oh my God, yes! What a reading, Pisces. I'm so happy that I pulled new cards for you. So, thank you so much for being here with me. I hope this message was insightful for you in any way. Yeah, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.